Now we are going live. I believe we are live. Hello and welcome back to Real English with Real Teachers. With myself, Harry Giles, and
Charlie Baxter. Don't really say my surname, but yeah, I'm here. Sorry everyone for the delay in our lessons. We normally have them weekly, but we were not able to due to some specific reason that Harry might ask me about.
yes, very true. I see, Charlie, you're wearing a sling. What happened to you?
Well, I had the pleasure of going skiing in Austria last week, and I thought I was quite good at skiing, but evidently not, because I ended up with a damaged ligament, or 2 or 3, I don't know, in my shoulder.
Right. How did it happen?
I was going a bit too fast, and I caught an edge of my ski and instantly fell the other side and landed on my head and my shoulder and neck. And I was writhing around in pain for about 10 minutes. And Stacey's brother, Hugo, came to rescue me. But I wasn't really responding, which probably scared him a bit.
Oh.
And yeah. And then 2 doctors, conveniently, who were skiing, they came down and they felt my shoulder and they said, "Don't move, it's dislocated."
Oh.
And I was like,
oh, okay. At least your lovely face and your big white teeth weren't damaged, because you said you landed on your head, but you only hurt your shoulder. Because people like your
my gnashes are still intact.
Your what?
My gnashes.
Oh, gnashes. What are your gnashes?
Your teeth.
Okay, your gnash. Yeah, I know what gnashes are, but just in case the viewers don't know what gnashes are your teeth.
Yeah. So let's say hello to people before I rant on and on about my injuries. So
yes,
who have we got?
So we've got Bartlomier. I think he said hello. Can't wait. We've got Nashwa Kamal, Hajar Hajar. Hello and welcome to all of you. Welcome to people who are returning to the channel. It's lovely to see you again. And welcome to people who are new as well. And what are we going to be doing here today, Charlie?
We're going to be talking about some real phrases that real English users of the language use. So native phrases that you might not have heard of if you are an English learner, that we want to give you real examples and then help you to make your own examples in the chat box and get creative with the language, and then we will help correct it if need be. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, so this is your opportunity to practice the idioms with us. Charlie and I, we are both teachers of the English language, and we teach on Skype. And you will find our links to our websites in the description box below. So if you want to practice your English and also your listening skills, then please participate in this class and write your examples into the comment box. And of course, if you're not watching live and you're watching it after the class, then we will be doing classes every Wednesday at around midday London time. And Charlie and I have written the idioms in the description box below.
Well, he's being modest. Harry has. Harry's doing everything. Harry is leading this class today because I'm a little bit handicapped right now. But I do want to try this. I'm going to share the window of the chat box. See if that works.
Oh, wow.
When I'm speaking, I think they can see it, which is pretty good.
Oh, wow.
So there we go. We've got hello from Ukraine. Okay. Nashas, yeah, you put that in. So we're doing this for the replay as well as you watching it live, because the replay you do not get to see the chat box, so it's beneficial. So we'll hopefully do this throughout the video, right?
Yeah, good idea. And perhaps we could do it, especially when we get the examples. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a really good idea. Yeah, perfect. Charlie, have I told you about my taxi ride last night?
Definitely not. No. Why? What happened?
Well, I had a rather distressed taxi driver
Right.
when I was coming back from town last night.
What does distressed mean? He was stressed, or?
He was stressed. He was kind of agitated, annoyed, frustrated by something. So he was distressed. Something had annoyed him. Something had annoyed him.
Was it the fact that you were in his car? Is that what was distressing him?
No, it wasn't my presence. He was very happy about that. But he told me that he had some customers before and they did a runner.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, he had 3 customers. He dropped them off at their house. Well, he thought it was their house, and they did a runner.
Oh my God, they did a runner. What do you think? What does runner mean? To do a runner?
To do a runner. So a runner is well, literally a runner is a person who runs. So my dad is a runner, but to do a runner means something different, and that means to run away from something, to avoid paying, or to escape punishment for something. So in this case, those 2 boys, but I assume they were boys, that's a bit sexist, they did a runner because they didn't want to pay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a runner? Because another time that people do a runner is at a restaurant, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I actually did that once, but it was unintentional.
How was that unintentional?
Well, I was just a bit, well, stupid. I had my head in the clouds. I was a little bit distracted, and me and this girl, we forgot to pay. And it was a terrible restaurant in the center of town, in the center of my town, and we forgot to pay, so we accidentally did a runner.
Oh God. Oh right. So was this a date that you were so loved up that you were distracted by normal things, or distracted so much so that you forgot about the normal things in life?
Potentially. It wasn't really a date. It was a girl that I worked at in Primark.
Worked at or worked with?
Worked with. Thanks, Charlie.
Worked at could actually mean something else, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, if you work at a girl, what would that mean? I was working at her.
I mean, it's a bit strange, but
yeah,
you could get to the point where you're meaning that you're working at trying to be her boyfriend, or trying to court her.
Yeah.
I feel like my dad when I say court someone.
Yeah. I was courting her. Courting. How do you spell to court someone? Do we say it like as in a tennis court? Is it the same spelling?
I don't know about the spelling actually. I haven't used that spelling very often, but it means to try to mate with someone, to impress, to get into romantic situations. Yeah,
basically dating in the 1950s. So if you guys want to write your examples of doing a runner, to do a runner, for example, you could say the convicts or the criminals did a runner from the police. They did a runner. They didn't want to get caught.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to hear other people's scenarios where you have actually done a runner, because I find it quite funny when people admit to doing a runner like this.
Yeah, yeah.
When I've done a runner.
You must have done.
I actually have done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope my family don't watch this, but when I was in London with my two friends, we were just about to part. I think one was going off to Asia and I was going off to Chile, and we'd made a huge bill of like £200, I think, and yeah, we thought, can we do this? It was very naughty. Shouldn't have done it. I feel bad.
That is very, very naughty, Chaz.
Maybe I'll go back there one day when I'm rich.
Yeah, yeah. You can go back and say, sorry, I did a runner. That was 3 years ago now. Do you take euros?
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Some examples.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. So I did a runner from my mate last night. Okay. Let's
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So I did a runner from my mate last night. He said he was in love with me. Yeah. So you wanted to escape this awkward, uncomfortable situation. I know that feeling.
yeah, yeah. I've just clicked present to everyone, so it hopefully will stay on this chat instead of jumping to you.
Yes.
So you can keep talking. So yeah, do a runner away from someone who said they're in love with you. I hope that you're faster than them, Nico.
Yeah, yeah. Nico, did you manage to get away from your friend?
Yeah. What about Nashwa? I have done a runner from my coach to escape my fitness training. That's a good example. Yeah. Is there a way of improving the grammar there, Harry? I did, past tense, simple.
Yeah, yeah, I probably would. It depends when she wants to say this, but yeah, because it's something finished, it's something done, it's in the past, and it probably wasn't recent. You would say I did a runner.
Yeah.
If it happened like 5 minutes ago, maybe you could say, "Oh God, I've done a runner. I have done a runner from my coach."
Yeah,
because
we'd probably also include just. I have, or contract it to I've just done a runner from my coach to escape fitness training. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So we'll come back to video.
And we have another example here. Once a waitress forgets to take money from me and my friends for pizza, and as we finished, we have been waiting about 10 minutes and then we left. So we did a runner. Nice use of the phrase, so we did a runner, and that's grammatically perfect. What would you change about the grammar of his example there, Charlie?
Well, the first thing that I noticed towards the end was we left. We left. It's irregular. To leave turns to left.
Leave, left, left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me just read through it. Once a waitress forget to take money. Yeah. So at the beginning as well, forgot. Need to keep it in the past. Forgot to take money from me and my friends for pizza, and my friends for the pizza that we had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
As we finished, we were waiting. We were waiting for about 10 minutes and then we left. Yeah. So there's quite a few sentences to change there. That's quite a hard name to. I'm going to call you Bart.
Yeah. We're terrible with names, aren't we?
Yeah, we should be much better considering we're teaching a language. But yeah, so Bart, well done. Thank you for your example, but careful of the tense work and hopefully what we've just said helps you.
Yeah. And there was one more here. It's a nice one from Miele Kuvitus. One time I went to a petrol station and I saw a Krispy Kreme donut stand. There was no one to sell the donuts for me, and they were rather expensive. So I just did a runner.
That's a really good example. I love that. I really like that. I would include, just before just did a runner, I would include, so I just grabbed one and did a runner.
Yeah, grab. That's nice.
Did a runner.
Yeah, so you took one. I grabbed one.
Yeah, and there was no one to sell the donuts for me. The preposition for stands out for me. To.
Yeah. Or you could say there was no one to sell me the donuts.
Yeah, to sell me the donuts. To sell the donuts to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either put the pronoun before the donuts, sell me the donuts, or if you want to put it after, you need to put to. Sell the donuts to me.
Yeah, very good. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, nice one. So should we go on to the next one?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Charlie, I want to buy a phone, but I don't really want to pay much money for it. Do you have any recommendations? I know you're a little bit of sometimes you get involved with criminals and things, so I thought maybe you could.
Well, mate, you could just get one off the back of the lorry, couldn't you?
Oh, off the back of a lorry?
Yeah, just get it off the back of a lorry.
You sound Australian.
Oh, mate, that would be like this. You'd go a little bit more exaggerated.
Yeah. Then, so you've got an Australian passport, actually, haven't you? Or did you get that off the back of a lorry as well?
No, that was legally given to me. I didn't need a lorry. Yeah, my dad's half Australian, so I was allowed the passport. But yeah, cool. So to get something off the back of a lorry means to get it in an illegal way, suggesting literally that it fell off the back of a lorry. Lorry is a truck. Lorry is a big vehicle that carries goods. And yeah, so you would go in there and take it for yourself.
Yes. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's not literal. You could just say it if you obtained a phone and it was probably stolen. You bought it from the man at the bottom of your street who stands on the corner selling things at a cheap rate.
Yeah.
You could say, you know, where did you get your new phone, Charlie?
I got it off the back of a lorry.
Yeah.
Got
it off the back of a lorry. Yeah. So you could use a variety of verbs. You could say it fell off the back of a lorry.
Yeah.
Or what Charlie just said, I got it off the back of a lorry. But you could just say it was off the back of a lorry, potentially.
It was off the back of a lorry. It fell off. I got it off. Yeah, I would normally include a verb there at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Do you get these kind of cheaper alternatives, Charlie? Do you ever get goods that have probably come off the back of a lorry?
I don't know. When I was younger, my mum used to take us to a market. It was like a really cheap. I don't know how else to describe it, but it looked a little bit suspect, and they would always be selling things really, really cheap. And I guess that some of those products were probably off the back of a lorry, and they were the middleman selling it.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Perfect.
Have you?
Well, my phone, I bought this in Cambodia. And
Okay.
in these countries, well, I think a lot of the goods are counterfeit or potentially copies. I'll write the word counterfeit in there because that's quite a tricky word. So this phone could have been off the back of a lorry because it doesn't. It seems a bit suspect. Not it's probably not actually a Samsung.
Ah, okay. So it's a fake, maybe.
The fake. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So hello to Galina. Your student has just turned
Hello,
up.
Galina.
Hi, Galina.
It's all right. It's all right that you're late. I'm late by a week, so it's fine. Harry, I just wanted to tell you about an experience that I had getting home. So I have flown back to England to take care of my shoulder, and I'm now living with my parents for the next week or so. And
Join the club.
they've got a bathroom, right, that has a toilet that it has a motor that chops up all of the waste, right?
Okay.
You know, the septic tank, it's like got an engine in the end, and it's got a blade, and it broke when I was here.
Right.
And the pipe came undone and it spewed things everywhere around their bathroom.
Right. So it sprayed what things? Like things from your bottom?
Yeah, fecal matter.
Oh my word, that is terrible.
Oh, and now they've got to redecorate the whole bathroom. So I was thinking of a phrase with this. It was a real shit show. It was a real shit show.
Yeah, real shit show. So does that mean the room was covered in shit, or does it just mean really messy, horrible?
Well, it means that everything's messy and horrible, and you can use that out of context. There doesn't have to be shit flying everywhere, but in this sense, it kind of works in two ways because it's literal and figuratively.
Okay, nice. Thanks for that very vivid, detailed explanation of poo in your bathroom.
I found it so funny because my dad had to deal with it, and I was just sitting here with my arm, and he was like having to get these gloves on, going, "Oh my god, it's so bad." Yeah.
Oh my god! I can imagine your dad wearing gloves, handling your poo, and just
Lovely. It is. Yeah, that's
just
even better.
Just saying, "Oh god," you know. Oh dear. Okay, so we have that phrase as well. A shit show. Yeah.
Something was a shit show.
Yeah. You say it was a shit show. So if you guys could write your examples of those phrases, we had it was off the back of a lorry, or I got it off the back of a lorry, or it fell off the back of a lorry, and then Charlie's lovely one, a shit show.
Yeah. Okay, so Nico, I used to work in a sort of supermarket, and things there used to fall off the back of the lorry quite often. Is he meaning? Do you think he's meaning literally?
Can you read that again? I've lost it. Where are we? Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah. I used to work in a sort of supermarket, and things there used to fall off the back of the lorry quite often. But potentially, you could. If you mean it literally, it's correct anyway.
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah. So he's saying deliberately, people took things off the back of a lorry to sell as stolen goods. So I think that's okay.
I'm just looking at Adriana's. It looks like Charlie has literally fallen off the back of a lorry. Thank you very much, Adriana. You're quite right.
Oh, very good.
I nearly fell out of the back of the oh, what's it called? The vehicle that takes us from the gate terminal to the aeroplane, because they had me in a wheelchair. Ridiculously, it was so stupid. My arm is the only thing that's injured, but because of legal reasons, they had to put me in a wheelchair, and they forgot to put the brake on. So,
oh my word!
When the vehicle started moving, I was like going back. So I could have fallen off the back of the lorry there.
My word! Imagine that. Imagine if you actually fell off the back.
Yeah.
In the wheelchair.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Oh my word. Okay. Do we have any more examples here that we could pull out?
Yeah, we've got.
So I have one from my cousin, Sophie, who's is one of our #1 fans in these classes. And she said, I bought some GHD straighteners, so the things that the ladies use, and some men, to straighten their hair. And she said that came off the back of a lorry. Whoops. So she bought some illegally obtained stolen straighteners for her hair. Very naughty, Sophie. Very naughty.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Mm.
I think I've heard of that as well. Some other friends have bought GHD straighteners that were off the back of a lorry. I think it's one of those things that you might be doing when you're a teenager, that you can't afford something that you really want.
Yeah, it's true. I imagine they're really expensive, like brand new.
Okay, and then what about this one? Do you want to read that one?
Yes. Okay. I bought a new phone from my friend. It was only £80. It turned out to be gotten off the back of the lorry. The owner's Facebook was still open on a phone, and I contacted him and returned it to him.
Okay, nice start to that and ending. Just the highlighted we need to focus on. It turned out that it was off the back of a lorry.
Yeah. I would just say that it was off the back of a lorry, or you could say it had been taken or obtained off the back of a lorry.
Yeah, obtained would be quite formal though, wouldn't it? And this phrase is quite informal.
Yeah.
It turned out I had got it off the back of a lorry, or they had got it. Yeah. So instead of using be gotten, we'd use the past perfect. It turned out they had got it off the back of a lorry. They had got it off the back of a lorry. And we use the past perfect to talk about events before the past simple. So it turned out. That's the past of to turn out. So then we need to say the past perfect, which is had, and then the past participle. They had got it off the back of a lorry. Yeah, because we in British English we don't say gotten, but in American English they do, right? Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'd noticed it actually, but I didn't acknowledge it as much.
Yeah, we just say I've got, I have got, but they would say I've gotten, I have gotten.
Nice accent.
Yeah, that's my American accent, folks. Charlie's is probably better because you lived in America, right?
Supposedly, but I'm not going to do it right now. I feel shy.
No? Okay. Oh.
Okay. And I could also say that I haven't practiced it in donkey's years.
Oh, you haven't practiced it in donkey's years?
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't practiced it in donkey's years, which is our next phrase.
Ah, donkey's years. Okay. So does that mean that you haven't practiced it for a long time?
Correct. Yes. Donkey's
Hmm.
ears. Why is it donkey though? What? Why? Why donkey? Do donkeys live for a long time?
Mm, I don't think so. I think a donk. I don't know. Perhaps our subscribers or viewers could tell us. Do donkeys live for a long time? Perhaps. But we say donkey's years because it sounds like donkey's ears.
Ah, okay.
And
So a bit of a rhyme.
yeah, yeah. And what is it about donkey's ears that what
Well,
are don
they are long, aren't they?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like a bad pronunciation of donkey's ears. We say donkey's years.
Right. Okay. Hmm.
So it's
Interesting.
a rhyming slang, a rhyming slang. Yeah, we'd often use this phrase when you have been in one situation or maybe living in one place for a long time. For example, and maybe things haven't changed very much. Like Charlie, what could you ask me about Bedford, maybe?
Um, what's changed about Bedford? Do you mean?
Yeah, so I could say it's been the same for donkey's years. I mean, the high street has looked the same for donkey's years.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah.
I could say I've lived in Bedford for donkey's years. That means I've probably been here a little bit too long. Things are a bit boring and repetitive, and I need to change things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You've been around the world though. You've been to Spain. You've been to Asia. You've done your thing.
I know. It was purely an example. Yeah, your parents have probably been in Surrey for donkey's years, right?
They have. I think my mum has lived in Surrey her whole life. Maybe she went up to London at once, but yeah, generally speaking, they've been in Horsley, our little village, for donkey's years.
Horsley, yeah. I remember when I first came to your town, I used to say Horsley.
Horsley, oh, like the animal.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Horsley.
No, it's pronounced whore. Hors.
Okay, Horsley. Right. Okay. So, what could we ask to the subscribers? Can you tell us something that you have done, or a place where you have been living for a long time and things haven't changed, or maybe a job you have done for a long time? Like, I've been a plumber or a teacher for donkey's years, and it's the same. It's the same old thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We've just got one new one in that I'd like to share with everyone. Galina's done a nice one. It's really good to also try to combine idioms to practice them, and she's done it nicely. I haven't been to dance classes for donkey's years, but it's on the cards in the near future.
Lovely. That's very nice. Yeah. What does that mean on the cards? Yeah.
It is possibly going to happen. It's on the cards. Something to have something on the cards.
Yeah. Nice. That's a really nice example, Galina. It's beautiful.
And this one from Bart, I'm a scout for donkey's years.
Ah, okay.
So that one, we're focusing on tense again. So because you are still a scout, the now, the present, is exampled or is affected by the statement. So we use the perfect. I have been a scout for donkey's years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because you like you said, you are still a scout and you started in the past. So we need to use the present perfect there. Another example, I have been a teacher for 2 years. And it's something that continues in the present. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good. And meals. My brother has been single for donkey's years. That's a good one. Very good. Ah, Ahmed. Okay, nice to see you, Ahmed. I read earlier that Ahmed was new here. So let's see what he's got. I met her once, but that was donkey's years ago.
Mm.
Very nice.
Very nice, Ahmed. Nice example.
Okay. So let's go on to the next one because we need to finish up here.
Yeah.
So, sorry about the example I had earlier about the shit show. French, I should say. Excuse my French.
Excuse your French, but you weren't talking French. You just said a shit show. You didn't say merde.
Nice example of French. Yeah, so shit show. Excuse my French is weirdly talking about swear words and curse words. So if you are apologizing for being rude with your language, you could say excuse my French or pardon my French. But it's a strange one. I don't know. Do you know why?
Yeah, I was reading about this. So at the start of the 20th century, English people, it was fashionable for English people to use French words when they were speaking in English, because it was a foreign language and it was a way of speaking about people and people not realizing what you were saying.
Really? Fascinating.
Yeah. So then people started saying swear words and then saying, excuse my French. And it is a way of apologizing for using bad language.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. That's a lovely origin. Okay. So if we could try to get everyone to use as many of these examples, Harry, what have we got? We've got excuse my French.
Yeah, or pardon. You can say pardon my French as well. Pardon my French. Mm-hmm.
Meal. Yeah, that's a huge word. my mate is acting like a beep. Excuse my French.
That's very good. That's perfect. Perfect.
I mean, that's going right to the end of the continuum of curse words. But yeah,
Can we share that? Can we share the screen so people can see that?
Sure.
So
better share it than say it.
Yeah. So Neil has used the most offensive word in the English language, which you would say to someone who you really do not like, someone very obnoxious, someone you really hate.
Yeah.
Someone you loathe.
Some people would even say not to use it in that situation. But it's kind of like a 50-50 crowd, maybe less actually.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, do you ever call your friends the C word?
Yeah, I do, because we've found it to be quite funny. But
yeah,
got to be really careful because most people hearing that word will want to hit you.
Yes, but amongst friends and people you are close with, especially people of your same generation who you're very close with.
Yeah,
honestly, Charlie, I say it to one of my friends. I say it all the time. All the time. And it's funny. Sometimes I even use this word as a verb.
Okay.
Yeah, like fuck off. Excuse my French, okay? But like fuck off, but with the C word.
Okay. Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So we're here to teach real English. This is real. You won't see this in a textbook.
No, you won't, will you? Do you want to write that in the... Oh, you've done it.
That's in there. That's in there. Yeah. I'll just write an example of a sentence I'd say. So there you go. That's a
Okay.
typical sentence, I would say, to a close friend of mine.
Yeah.
So we have some examples here.
We do indeed. So let's whiz through them. Galina, I was at my mum's last weekend and she wined and dined me, so I pigged out. Pardon my French. Good usage of the first two. Pardon my French. I don't see a curse word there, Galina. So to pig out is a little bit too polite to use this phrase, pardon my French. Would you agree?
Yeah. Like if you put the C word, if you put the C word in, like for example, I was at my mum's last weekend. We wined and dined. The food was shit. Pardon my French.
Yeah, that could be used. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Do you also say me as in my on it? Like pardon me French?
Pardon me French.
Yeah. Well, that would be informal slang, but most commonly, correctly spoken, it would be my. Pardon my French.
Yeah. There are some people who would say it like that, but yeah, I wouldn't use it like that. I don't think Charlie would either.
The neutral southern accent that Harry and I speak do not use that very often. But Stacey's family, they're from Wales, and they're not from Wales, they're near Wales, and the dialect is slightly different. And they would use me like that.
Okay, interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
do you want to take Bart's one?
Yeah. Oh, it's very interesting about this idiom. I've been learning French donkey's years from manuals which I got off the back of a lorry.
Really good. Just missing a preposition. Learning French for donkey's years. But really nice. Well done.
Yeah, really good today, Bart. Thanks for all these great examples.
Okay, my English friends use it all the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Excuse my French because I'm new here.
Well, that would make sense if before, Ahmed, you said a rude word. So if you said a bad word before, then yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah. Okay. And there we go.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you everyone for participating today and for watching this live lesson. We've really enjoyed it. And remember that if you want to see more from us, please give us a thumbs up on this video and also share it with your friends, and also click the little subscribe button so that you get a notification when we next go live.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Apologies for this about the Skype competition. We will be rolling it out next week. Because of my injury, I haven't had the time to get all the emails together and pick one out of the hat. So it will happen next Wednesday.
Yeah, good. So remember to join us on all of our social media. We have a Facebook account, Real English with Real Teachers, and also we're on Twitter at Real English 16. Yeah, Real English 16. Okay, does that mean that there are 15 other Real English accounts? No, it doesn't mean that. It's just 2016. We started it last year. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, and of course, Harry mentioned, but subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already to be notified. I think there's also a little bell next to the subscribe button to let you know when we go live, notification that pops up on your phone or maybe even emails you, I'm not sure. You're right, yeah, thank you for that. And lastly, as private Skype tutors who do this full time, we recommend that the best way to improve your English is to use it and to speak with a native speaker, and to speak with native speakers who can correct your grammar and give you explanations of why you need to improve and how to improve it. Exactly. And so we've got our links down in the description
I believe. If it isn't yet,
Yep.
it will be soon. Okay,
Yep.
cool. So you can click those links and take a look at our Skype offers. But yeah, that's all from me. Have you got anything else to say, Harry?
No. Just thanks very much for participating, and really look forward to the next class. And yeah, thank you, Charlie, as well.
Thank you, Harry. Yeah, thank you again, everybody. And I hope to see you all in the next class next week. Bye for now.
See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.